Look, I'm going to start bringing out my panel now to have their say on the show. We've got Jerome here, who is a gooner, talking to us tonight. We're going to be having D-Man as a Newcastle fan. Tom Little is going to be on with us as well. So far, though, I don't know where the Chelsea boys are at. I thought they'd be here, gleeful, buzzing, over the moon. They've won a game of football. Maybe they all went out and didn't watch it thinking they were going to go out tonight. I don't quite know. Welcome back to the show, gentlemen. Hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing good this evening. The first person I want to speak to you, though, to be fair, is you, D-Man, because you knocked out Man City tonight against the odds for a lot of people as well. How are you feeling about that performance and about that epic win?
Well, you're all very welcome. That's what I was going to start with, because we've done the whole competition a big favour. But yeah, over the moon. I think Eddie Howe got it spot on. Made 10 changes. People don't realise we played our B team. Forget Man City, we played our B team and we got the job done. I know you mentioned Livramento, man of the match by far. I think only once did Doku get the best of him. Other than that, clamped Grealish. Joe Linton, first game back from injury, was amazing, I thought. Got the assist for the goal for Isak, who was very good as well. But people say that we were poor in the first half. Listen, Man City were always going to have more of the ball. I think the only disappointing thing that, from our perspective, is when we did get the ball, we did very little with it. But if you look at it, how many clear-cut chances did Man City really create? Our plan was to soak up the pressure, hit them on the break, and then go for them in the second half, and that's exactly what we did. So, listen, that's four clean sheets on the belt, 4 wins. Listen, our season started off the international break, so I'm a happy guy. I think to a man, we're very impressive. Paul Dummett, Lascelles, who, doesn't bold, you give us the most confidence at the back, but he had a very good game. Poch made 1 save. Listen, masterclass. Eddie Howe masterclass. Pep lost his head. Haaland's screaming for Isak's shirt at the end of the game. 10 out of 10 performance. There's no complaints. We showed it can be that we showed how to beat Man City. So happy, man. Happy days.
I thoroughly, mate, deserved it. As I say, the first half I thought was a bit ominous. I thought at some point they were going to create that goal, get that opportunity. But the second half, you came out and was just, you came out like a freight train. You almost scared them in that opening 15, 20 minutes of that second half. And they never really recovered from that relentless press, the aggression. And then the crowd got up as well. And it just became and you very rarely see City look like rabbits in headlights.
And to be fair, on the first half, quickly, who had the best opportunity of the first half? We did. When Murphy went through, he could have squared it, chose to shoot. But yeah, second half, I think the changes obviously helped, bringing on Bruno and Gordon. I think that gave us more control and more energy. And like you said, they couldn't handle the press. They couldn't handle the aggression, the physicality. We were onto them. They kept on losing the ball, like winning the ball in midfield. I thought the only slight disappointment was Tonali. I don't think he had the best of games again, but he got better as it went on. But yeah, it's like they panicked. Man City had no composure on the ball. They ran out of ideas. It seemed to be like once they brought Doku on, ping it out wide and see if he can create something. And we pretty much nullified him. Grealish was anonymous in the whole game. Alvarez, he had a couple of opportunities in the first half, but after that, I think we steamrolled them. Second half, we absolutely steamrolled them, and they were surprised they didn't know what to do. They did not know what to do. So happy days, man.
Mate,
happy days.
I hear you on that completely. I do. I think you more than deserved it. Jerome's here, Arsenal fan. I looked at your lineup tonight. I looked at your injuries. Away at Brentford, a hard place to go. Only 1 defeat in the last 18 games at home. How proud of you were you with the performance and the win? And does this show that your fringe players are up for this fight this year?
I think it was a classic cup away game away from home. It's not the most eye-pleasing, but it's just about getting through. Last year we went out early, the first game against Brentford, first round, which was disappointing. So I'm more happy to go through rather than the performance as such. I think in the first half we've had a few chances, but second half was just about defending really. But the game was always going to be like that. With a makeshift team, it was never going to be the most eye-convincing or anything to really get a real impression from or talk about how the rest of the season will go. Probably to start from back to front, I think Ramsdale had a good performance, which gives Arteta more of a selection headache, which probably isn't the best thing because I want some consistency. But in our 11, but that save he done in the 65th minute where he tipped it onto the post, that was class, and that lets Arteta know that Ramsdale's still here. But it's pleased to see the back four defend well. I think Kiowa, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, White, they all had solid games. I think Kiowa done one block in the second half, which was top defensive performance. I'm kind of more happy about how we defended rather than how the forward players done. Because with those defenders that played, I feel like they're actually going to play a major part in the season. They're going to actually be important for us. So it was good to see them defend well. Going into midfield, I think Jorginho kept it moving. We know what Jorginho does. We know his limits. The North London derby mistake was rare. Nothing that he normally does, but kept it moving. Smith Rowe had moments in the first half. I wanted a bit more from him. It was his first starting. I think I see a stat that is his first starting over 500 days or something like that. So, but yeah, it was a bit disappointing, man. He picked up the ball in space just before he came off and he passed it to Zinchenko as if to say, you take responsibility or you go off and change the game. And then,
do you know what I felt interesting about it? What I thought was interesting is this. I think if most teams in the Prem played their fringe players, their second team, away at Brentford, who predominantly played their main players, most of our teams come away with a draw or defeat because they don't get beat by very many teams at home anyway. So I think you guys should be tremendously proud. Of course, there's always going to be areas that you can nitpick, but it's cup football and there's always... And what I thought was really intriguing, I felt like an FA Cup day. But I was watching all three games at once and it felt more like the FA Cup than it did the Carabao Cup. It was so exciting to watch, and you guys, you made yourselves proud. Obviously, we are going to get onto Liverpool. The draw is coming very, very soon. So we'll bring that to you live, and we'll get the reactions to the viewers on that. Don is here with us, though. Who's we see a Jackson, we see a Chelsea goal, a Jackson goal, and you guys get a very, very important win tonight.
Surprise, surprise, Poch. You play people in their normal position. You drop certain man. And guess what? Chelsea look a lot fluid. Do you get it? I'm not saying Chelsea were perfect today. I'm not saying Chelsea were amazing today. I'm not saying Chelsea were Barcelona with Messi and Iniesta and them, man. But Chelsea had more attacking intent. Do you know what I'm saying? I came on here when we signed Cole Palmer. I spoke about him. People kept calling me deluded. I don't know what I'm talking about. He can't play in the 10. Palmer, again, one of our better players today. And he got an assist for Jackson. And he got the assist for Jackson's second goal, which should have been given, but it was given offside. He got 2 assists basically today, but obviously it's only 1 on paper. So these are things that Poch has been failing to do. Now he's done it. He's made all these changes. Maatsen in that attacking third, someone that can actually link up with players like Jackson, players like Mudryk, players like Palmer. Do you know what I mean? We're not constantly breaking down when we're attacking with these sort of players. So this is all I've been asking for, Terry, man. Change it up a little bit. Trust these players a little bit more because there's quality in this team. Because a lot of these experienced players like Gallagher, like Thiago Silva, they've been letting us down. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping that this is a wake-up call for Poch now, that these changes need to remain. Do you get it? These changes need to remain. And Cucurella, man, this guy was amazing today, man. He was good. Very, very good, especially in that second half. Very, very solid. That's the first ever time I've seen him play at right back. I don't think he's even played there for Brighton. And he was really good today, man. You know what I mean? This guy's third choice for us? And there was rumors the other day that he wants to leave in January. So listen, I'm impressed. I mean, I was impressed with today's performance, man. Brighton weren't bad. You know, we had parts in the game where it was under pressure. But again, Leslie and Caicedo were just breaking up a lot of the play in there. And Cole Palmer, another good performance. So we kick on from here and we move. I'm not going to get carried away and say Chelsea are back and that. It's just another way of building now. We can build from this. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with the win, man. I'm happy with that.
Can I ask you one question, Don? One question. I've noticed something. Is it you feel like you played well because Poch was playing people in the right positions, or do you feel like you were playing well because Poch actually played people that you like?
Played people in a normal position, for one. I can name you so many guys that played in a normal position today. Levi Colwill, for one. Go on.
Did Cucurella play in his normal position?
But Cucurella's a fullback.
Did he play in normal position?
Hold on, let me land my point. Let me land my point on Cucurella. Yeah, because now you're trying to be disingenuous.
No. There's a point I'm gonna make.
What's the point you're gonna make then?
So I saw there were some people not in the normal positions. My personal thing is that you didn't play Thiago Silva, you didn't play Gallagher, you didn't play guys that you Chelsea fans don't really like.
Yep.
And you played guys with quality, which actually made the team a lot better. It's not about, for me personally, it's not about as such the guys not playing in their normal positions. I just think you just play guys with quality and it flow better. That's
could be right. You could be right, Samuel. You could be right, to be fair, because I do think there's a quality issue with the guys that have been playing, and also you're playing guys out of position, like a Levi, for example. Like Levi Colwell today, he looked like the leader back there. Do you get what I'm saying? Terry, I heard your take on what you were saying to what do you call it, Lee Gunnar yesterday. And bro, you're spot on. Everything that you're saying, I agreed with it. You know, you can't be fully judging a guy, calling him rubbed and that when he's been played out of position. When all last season he basically played at left centre back. Today we're seeing Levi that we're seeing at Brighton. You know what I'm saying? Punching it into the midfield, trying to play the whipped passes. Mudryk, he's growing more and more confidence as the weeks go by. So these are things that we can build from, man. Samuel, you're right. You know what I'm saying? I think today was a quality thing. Cucurella, he's a fullback. So it's a little bit easier for a fullback to alternate sides because the angles aren't that different. But when you're playing a centre back at fullback, that's a whole different game, bro, because they look at the game differently. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we move from this. Yeah,
look, listen, look, there were definitely two people out of their natural positions because you started the game with three left backs. But at the same time, it's about taking your chances and riding a bit of luck. If I thought Brighton should have scored 2 goals in the first half, I think, although they were good saves, poor misses, that would have changed maybe the complexion of the game. And then I saw a different Chelsea once you scored a goal. You look so much more assured, so much more confident. Man United played very well last night. A big part of that was because we beat Burnley the weekend where we weren't that great. Wins create confidence. It's as simple as that. It breeds more belief, and your players look better throughout the course of that game than maybe they did at the start, as an example. And look, I'm not taking anything away from you. Sometimes teams don't finish their dinner. At the end of the day, if you missing a shot is no different to you misplacing passes. It's a mistake at the end of the day. Yep. So you shouldn't be differentiating on them. But you guys did very, very well indeed. We're going to speak a bit more about Chelsea. We are going to cover Liverpool on the show as well. The draw, though, I think is about to happen. So we'll do some super chats before the draw, and then we'll delve into some more. This year says I tip my. Sorry, we've done this one. Chelsea fans still missing because they need League W's. There's 2 here now, my friend. I did ask where they were earlier. Debbie here says, hey, everyone. Sorry, I'm feeling down, but I'm back questioning to everyone. Do you think this will help Liverpool, and does Chelsea have a chance? I think wins always help everybody. And Chelsea, do they have a chance? Look, there's a lot of talented players in that team. And if they start to cook, if they start to win games, if they start to become more resilient, of course they've got a chance, especially in the Carabao Cup. I mean, they're not going to win the league this year, but this competition is open now. At the end of the day, I would probably put Arsenal and Liverpool as the 2 favourites because they're the best 2 teams left. But this tournament is open now. Anyone could win. I was literally